understand that. So you have just keep patience and started the journey of UET with me. Okay. So before starting, I want to tell you something, that please hit the like button, so that I will get motivated too much to provide you a very good content. So let's start. So before starting, let's what we discuss so far. I will discuss about light. Light is an electromagnetic radiation by which we see the object around us. And also I discuss with you sensitivity of eye. How our eye is respond to different color with different sensitivity. And our sensitivity for yellow and green is very much high as comparison to other colors. I also discuss with you the basic definition in illumination. Okay, like what is lux, luminous, lumen, luminous, intensity, illumination, luminance. These are I discussed with you, these terms I discussed with you in previous lecture. So the basic definition are not completed. There are some parts are still left. So in this lecture, I will teach you the rest part of basic definition in illumination. After that, I will teach you the law of illuminations, very important for exam point of view. Always question came from this area. After that, I will teach you the lightning scheme. So let's start it with our topic today. So here is the first, I discuss with you the relationship between E, I and L. These are the terms I already discussed with you in previous lecture. As we know that illumination is the ratio of F upon A, and luminous intensity also we know that F upon solid angle. So here we got F is equals to I into solid angle, and E is equals to I into solid angle divided by area, and solid angle also we know that is the area of the sphere to the radius square. So here we put E is equals to and we got illumination equals to I upon R square. Here I represent the luminous intensity and R is the radius and distance between the source and the surface area. So this formula is applicable only when for perpendicular surface. Very important for exam point of view. If I multiply with pi and divided by pi, so I got I into pi L pi. So this is also an important term, came in exam. इसे आप ध्यान में रखिएगा, ये एग्जाम में आपसे पूछा जाता है. ठीक, ये रिलेशनशिप बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है इल्यूमिनेशन का. ठीक है, एंड इन कन्वेंशनल पेपर दिस रिलेशनशिप विल आस्क डायरेक्टली in main exam of SSC JEE. Let's move further. These terms I already discussed with you, so I am not going to discuss here. If you don't know about these terms, let's go for the previous lecture. So as far we all discussed previously, let's move further. So today our new definition is mean horizontal candle power. These definitions are not too much important, but you also have knowledge for exam point of view, as we know that the competition levels are quite high and these terms are also came in exams. So let's start it with the average value of candle power of a light source in all direction in horizontal plane through the source is called mean horizontal candle power. तो इसमें आपको ज़्यादा सोचना नहीं है, सिर्फ आपको पता होना चाहिए इट इज़ द एवरेज वैल्यू ऑफ कैंडल पावर ऑफ लाइट सोर्स इन ऑल डायरेक्शन इन हॉरिजेंटल प्लेन थ्रू द सोर्स. क्योंकि जब हम पोलर कर्व वगैरह स्टडी करते हैं तब ये चीज़ वहाँ पर यूज़ होती है. इन पोलर कर्व वी यूज़ दीज टर्म्स, बट for exam point of view the definition is more than sufficient. Let's move further. Mean spherical candle power. So the mean spherical candle power, a unit of measure that represent the average output of a light source measured in all direction 360. Here we measured the light in all direction 360 direction. So MSCP is equals to total flux divided by 4 pi. Just also keep in mind this formula directly came in exam. So here we take the light average of light source measured in all direction. Next move, mean hemispherical candle power. It is given by the total flux emitted in the hemisphere divided by the solid angle subtended at a point source by the hemisphere. So MHCP is given by total flux divided by 2 pi. This formula is also important for the exam point of view. Always remain this is the hemispherical. So it is divided by 2 pi. Okay. So these terms are used in the reduction factor. Reduction factors are used. What is reduction factor? Let's discuss first. Reduction factor of a source of light is the ratio of the mean spherical power to its mean horizontal power. This is very important formula for exam point of view. Always came directly in the exam. तो आपको इसके अंदर कुछ ज़्यादा नहीं करना, बस ये फॉर्मूले जो मैंने अभी आपके साथ अब तक डिस्कस किए हैं, जस्ट अपने दिमाग में आप इन्हें रखेंगे. Just keep in your mind because these formula are came directly in exam. So reduction factor की ज़रूरत कहाँ है? It is need where we are designing the hall, designing where we required minimum amount या maximum amount of illumination. तो जब डिजाइनिंग पर्पस पे इन टर्म्स का हम यूज करते हैं. लेट्स मूव फर्दर. Space to height ratio, it is very important. So space height ratio is defined as the ratio of horizontal distance between the adjacent lamp and height of their mounting. Okay, so its values vary from 0.8 to 1.5. So space height ratio, if this take the example of room, so here illumination is depend upon the space of the room and height of the room. Okay, so you will get the idea what is space and height ratio, because light illumination depend on these factors. On designing, these factors are very much important. So this term is important for illumination designing purpose. It is defined as the ratio of horizontal distance between adjacent lamp and height of their mounting. ठीक है, distance and how much height between the adjacent lamp of their mounting. Okay, so this value must remain in your mind because it directly came in exam. So let's move further. Utilization factor, very much important. It is asked in DMRC, LMRC exams. It is defined as and also SSC JE exam. So the ratio of total lumen reaching the working plane alone to the lumen get out the lamp. Okay, so in working plane, this is our working plane. This is our source. So how much amount of light and lumen are come to the working plane? This is our utilization factor, because as we know that source have lumen in all the direction, lux and the light in all direction, but how much amount of light that is falling on the working plane or reaching to the working plane, this will show our utilization factor. सिंपल सा है कि जो सोर्स है, सोर्स से जो लाइट आ रही है कितना वर्किंग प्लेन पर आ रही है, वही हमारा यूटिलाइजेशन फैक्टर है. ओके गाइस, सो लेट्स मूव फर्दर. मेंटेनेंस फैक्टर. Maintenance factor is defined as the ratio of illumination in under normal condition to the illumination under everything is clean. So its value varies from 0.6 to 0.8. As we know that after some time there are some dirt and dust were set on the source. So the amount of light came out from the source is get affected due to this dust particles. So we will get the less amount of light out of our electric light source. So this is the ratio of under normal condition to the under everything is clean condition. So in clean condition we get the maximum amount of light came from the light source, but under normal condition we get less amount of light due to the dust particles sitting on the light source, settle on the light source. So the value of this maintenance factor is less than 1, 0.6 to 0.8. Please mind these small data, keep in your mind these small data, they are directly came in exam. तो प्लीज़ इन्हें अपने दिमाग में रखिएगा, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है, क्योंकि ये जो डेफिनेशन अभी तक मैंने आपके साथ डिस्कस करी हैं इनके अंदर आपको थोड़ा मेमोराइज करके रखना पड़ेगा चीज़ों को. यू हैव टू बी मेमोराइज दिस टर्म. ओके, सो लेट्स मूव फर्दर. Depreciation factor. What is depreciation factor? So the ratio of illumination when the things are perfectly clean to the illumination under normal condition. So as you know that here the terms are interchange. Depreciation factor. Okay guys, it is illumination illumination are in perfectly clean to the illumination under normal working condition. Okay guys, so this is our depreciation factor, and this term is greater than 1. This is very much important, as we know that when perfectly clean, the amount of light will came out from the light source is maximum to the amount of light came in normal condition. As the time goes on, the our light source is depreciated day by day. Okay, so this value always greater than 1. ठीक है, तो आई होप ये आपको समझ में आया होगा. ये कुछ नहीं है डेप्रिसिएशन फैक्टर. इल्यूमिनेशन आर परफेक्टली इन क्लीन कंडीशन टू द अंडर नॉर्मल कंडीशन. सो क्लीन में तो हमें मैक्सिमम अमाउंट ऑफ लक्स मिलेगा. ओके, और अनक्लीन जब हमारा नॉर्मल कंडीशन होगा तो क्या होगा, हमारा जो लक्स है उसकी वैल्यू क्या होगी, कम होगी एज कंपैरिजन टू परफेक्टली क्लीन. सो द वैल्यू ऑफ द डेप्रिसिएशन फैक्टर जो होगी हमारी ग्रेटर देन 1 होगी. सो दीज definitions are very much important. Let's move further. Waste light factor. Waste light factor, whenever a surface is illuminated by lumber of lamp, there is a certain amount of wastage due to the overlapping of light. Waste factor has value of 1.2 for rectangular area and 1.5 for irregular area. Example, monument and statue. So dear students, here's the point. As you will see the as you know the example, let's we take the example of Statue of Unity. In the night, the different sources, this is our something, just take an example of a statue, and different source lights are fall on the statue or monument. So here is the property of light. Lights are overlap with each other, and certain amount of lights due to this overlapping get wasted. Okay, so this term is counted as waste light factor because lights emit out from the source but don't get reached to the surface or area or working plane due to the overlapping. ओके, तो फ्रेंड्स इसमें कुछ नहीं है स्टूडेंट्स. इसके अंदर सिंपल सा है, एक मॉन्यूमेंट है, उसके ऊपर बहुत सारे हमारे लाइट सोर्स हैं, उनसे लाइट फॉल पड़ रही है, और ये जो लाइट है ये क्या कर रही है, ये ओवरलैप हो रही है. तो इसकी वजह से क्या हो रहा है, आपका सर्टेन अमाउंट ऑफ लाइट ड्यू टू द ओवरलैपिंग गेट वेस्टेड. सो value is 1.2 for rectangular area and 1.5 for irregular area. This term sometime asked in the exam. ठीक है, एज एन एग्जाम्पल जहां हमें वेस्ट लाइट फैक्टर काउंटेड करना पड़ता मॉन्यूमेंट्स एंड स्टैचू. सो आई होप यू विल अंडरस्टैंड दैट टर्म. लेट्स मूव फर्दर. Absorption factor. What is absorption factor? So absorption factor, when the atmosphere is full of snow or smoke fume, it absorbs some light, and absorption factor is also defined as the ratio of net lumen available on the working plane after absorption to the total lumen emitted by lamp. So this value will also be in range of 0.5 to 1, because as I say, the ratio of net lumen available on working plane after absorption. So after absorption, light as comparison to the total lumen is reduces. So the term also get in the range of 0.5 to 1 or less than 1.